Let's smoke some butts, y'all. I recently got a vertical smoker. I found this thing right on Amazon. It has multiple racks. It has a water pan at the bottom. It even has hooks at the top in case you want to smoke like link sausages or something. This is where your coals go, but it also serves as a more traditional grill in case you want to cook a steak or something while you're slow cooking your meat over here on the vertical side. It seems to be very well built, especially for the money. And they also sell it in a horizontal smoker if you don't like the vertical stack. Anyway, arguably an offset smoker is supposed to produce the best flavor. These are bone-in Boston butts, by the way, and to prep them, I'm just gonna score this top fat. For my rub, I just have a very basic blend of smoked paprika and pepper at a 50-50 ratio. I'm gonna give them all a really good coating with that and then finish it off with a little sprinkle of salt. So I rearranged my racks to get all three of them in here. Now the bottom one I put with the fat side down, and that's because it's gonna be closest to the heat. That'll help protect it from burning. For the top two, I have the fat side up. That way, as that fat renders, it'll soak right down into the meat. This is a new to me smoker, so I'm just experimenting a little bit to see which way I like the best. I'm gonna have to use a blend of charcoal and hardwood to smoke this, and that's just simply because I don't have enough wood on hand. For my wood, I'm gonna be using a little bit of pecan and a little oak. I'm gonna bring it up to 250 degrees, and I'm gonna let it sit here undisturbed and smoke for likely 3 hours. These have been smoking for 3 hours. I've done a pretty good job of maintaining my temp, so now I'm gonna open it up and take an internal temperature of each butt. I was pleasantly shocked to find that all three butts were close to the same temperature. The bottom one is running just a little bit warmer at 130 and the top about 125. So at this point, I'm gonna start spraying them. Now, this is 100% apple cider vinegar, and I'm gonna spray the meat only. I'm gonna do my best not to spray the fat. And what this is gonna do, this is gonna help keep it moist and hopefully reduce the risk of any burning. And I'm gonna do this about every 30 minutes. Well, 3 hours and 4 sprays later, I'm finally at an internal temp of just above 160, but I'm starting to get a little more char than I want. So I'm gonna take them out, wrap them in a good coat of aluminum foil, and put them back in here to continue cooking. This will help protect them while I continue to raise that internal temp to just over 200 degrees. That's gonna be important to really get this meat tender like we want it. Well, here they are, 8 hours of total smoke time, 2 of that wrapped in foil, and I could not achieve 200-degree internal temp that I wanted. 192 was just the best that I could do for the night. I've had these resting for a good hour, so let's open them up and take a look and see how I did. One of them has a very beautiful color. The other two have a little darker char to them, but they're not burnt. But this is the moment of truth right here. Let's see how easy this bone pulls out. It didn't come out as easy as I was hoping, and that's likely because I never got that internal temp above 200. But however, the bone did come very clean. But it pulls apart very easy, and I have some of that beautiful red stringy meat in there. But what about that flavor? Oh yeah, you just can't beat that smoke, especially wood. And I'm telling you, tender, this stuff melts in your mouth. That is good pork in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm blown away, very satisfied. Look folks, this is the very first time in my life I've ever smoked a Boston butt. Do I still have some things to learn? Oh heck yeah. But if I can do this, so can you. So pick you up one of them smokers and start creating your own flavorful smoky meats at home today also.